Hello, how are you? Hi, Sophie.
Hi.
Where are we today, Sophie?
Hastings.
More specifically,
Hastings Castle.
there you go. It's quite blowy up here, but you know, so we're going to do it. There's people, very, very busy, but as you can imagine. Come along with us, enjoy your history lesson. Photos provided by Sophie. Let's go do it. Come on. Situated on the East Sussex coast in an area that is close to my heart in lots of ways, high above the cliffs is located a now beautiful ruin, that of Hastings Castle. It's important to state how crucial this castle is from a pre-Battle of Hastings point of view, because it would be one of 3 castles to be built immediately after William of Normandy landed across the coast at Pevensey, the other 2 castles being that of Pevensey and also at Dover. The castle would originally be one of a standard moat and bailey design, constructed at the start with wood. So famous would this castle be that in the 1066 conquest timeline it would be immortalised in the Bayeux tapestry, showing the raising of an earthen moat topped by a wooden palisade. Robert, Count of O, would play a vital role in the Battle of Hastings when he commanded 60 ships in the fleet supporting the landing, and was given the castle for his loyalty and service. Later, Robert would be known as Robert, Lord of Hastings. In 1070, William issued orders for the castle to be rebuilt in stone, along with St Mary's Chapel, turning the castle into a keep and bailey, and must have in its full glory looked impressive, as well as imposing to the locals as a statement of dominance. Sadly, the castle, due to where it was located high along the cliffs, would be part of its downfall when, fast forward in time to 1216, King John gave orders to destroy the castle at Hastings and at Pevensey while he retreated from a French-led army. And even though soon after it was refortified by Henry III, it would be Mother Nature that would see the castle's downfall when in 1287 violent storms hit the south coast of England with such force that the soft sandstone cliffs eventually succumbed to the elements. Large sections of the face fell into the sea along with parts of the castle. And this would be the theme of the castle's ruin over time, weather and erosion slowly wearing the castle down to what you see now. Although the castle would change ownership a few times over its lifespan, it was never restored back to any sense of its former glory, choosing to leave it to become a historic relic of a time long forgotten. Now, the castle serves as a reminder of an important period in the island's battle-torn past, and it is a must for any history lover. I hope that now with a video like this, it will never be forgotten. Hi everybody, welcome back. My hair is all over the place. So Sophie. So today we are obviously, as you know, we're in Hastings and we're doing Hastings Castle, which actually has been long overdue on the channel. You have to pay to enter, so I'm not going to sort of lie, this is a free one for us to explore, for you to come down and explore. You do have to pay, but it's a reasonable price and it's easy to park when you can park. We parked just down the road. And even though it's a weekend day today, it's actually relatively okay. It's going to be quite busy today, so forgive us. It might be on and off of us talking. It might not even be that much of us talking, which will be a blessed relief for some of you, I'm sure. But we are going to explore it. Like I said, we're sort of on the outer wall of Hastings Castle now, and obviously we've got our sandstone, which is all pretty much built up within the cliffs. And as some of you probably may know, obviously I'm quite familiar with our caves and everything which we've explored in Hastings before, and like I said to you before, lots of really amazing memories for me in Hastings, so it's nice that me and Sophie have come down. You've been here before as well, haven't you, Sophie? Hastings,
Yes.
anyway.
Yes, Hastings I have, yes.
Yeah, I really like Hastings, and people of Hastings I really like. People of Hastings as well, it's just a place to me that I really adore a lot. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, so we're on the outer wall really, as you can sort of see in front of us. Really interesting construction because of how the fact that time has properly eroded it, and even the idea now is that really through that time, you can see how quickly the erosion's been. Obviously, we're obviously by the coast. Another prominent castle, which is probably down the road, not down the road, but further on down, would be Pevensey Castle. And then obviously we're on sort of, we've also got Rye, obviously that's Ypres Castle, but obviously as we know, really that's not really a castle. We've got Camber Castle though as well, which is just down as well, another interesting ruin of a castle. Henry VIII Castle, beautiful that one. So yeah, we've got our lovely southeast Sussex coastal castles all pretty much sorted. Beautiful area, and what amazing views, more importantly, whilst we're here. I love it. Let's carry on exploring. Like I said, it won't be the best video you're ever going to see today, but I think it's a nice one for the channel, nice for us as well. So let's keep going. Okay, everybody, so we're here. Where we were and where we started our filming is just literally on the east gate, which is why I said was the outer wall. And obviously we're here now looking up at the moat, which would have been in front of us to the left. With the flag, and then obviously our cliff's edge, which is just a little bit further down there, sheer drop mind you, like I said, surrounded on the sandstone. Beautiful advantage viewpoint as well, absolutely amazing. Obviously Sophie's now on top of the gate itself. Whoa, that wind. And there's our beautiful Hastings sandstone on the edge of that cliff. Obviously lots of little caves down there, and then you've got your Rockanaw further on and along the Rockanaw caves, wonderful air raid shelters as well. And then our Smuggler's Adventure, the Smuggler's Caves are just literally beyond us and down. Really cool. Beautiful. Hello everybody. Sophie's having a rest.
Out of the wind.
Yeah. So we're basically traversing the east gate, which is here across the main wall. Obviously on the cliffside as well. I mean, it's a naturally defended castle. It's really got quite a big strategic importance, really, and it does symbolise a huge statement on Hastings itself, or it did, more importantly. It's kind of weird now because obviously it's so sort of like the fact that so many tourists come and see this. I mean, like I said today, I think we might be the two only English-speaking people we've actually seen up here. I'm not joking about that. It's very interesting. Like literally, it's just full of tourists. I think we might be the only local tourists here, but spectacular views, and really that's the main thing. And you can see how windy it is just by my hair doing amazing things. But you've got to come down here. Really, the history of this place is just spectacular. So let's just keep taking a look. Come on, Soph.
Turn the camera. Yeah, there's the hair. I'm hitting my hair.
Right, so we're at our other board now. So as you can see, our dungeons are by the entrance, and then we're looking at the moat in front of us. Wonderful. We're literally in the bailey, really, but you can see how far that cliff came out, and obviously how much has been eroded, and then the keep was just gone, really. So you can see the cliff's edge, and then you can see the western ditch there. It's just amazing, really, to see. And then our north gate, which is what you walk through, by the way. So when you come here, you can obviously walk through that. And then we're going to look in a minute at our nave and tower, which is all over there. So it's going to be something to check out, really. So let's go do it. We're in the nave now, the religious part of the castle. Obviously still a ruin, as you can see. Beautiful nonetheless, remarkable, very pretty. Starting to get very busy again. You can see the prominence of the moat when you're right at the bottom of it. So, just wanted to point this out to everybody. These are the beautiful, oh, put you in there, spiral stairs leading up towards the tower. Remarkable, really, that anything like that still survives. And then obviously our wonderful little bits of graffiti within that as well. Very cool, beautiful bit of detail. There we go.
Is that where we're locking you up?
Yeah. So everybody, we're at the church as we were sort of just been walking around and into the nave, and we are literally in front of what would have been the two towers. There you go, not out of Lord of the Rings.
Insert music in.
Yeah, can't do that, I'm afraid, copyright. So
Oh yeah, right.
sorry, we're on YouTube, the entertainment of YouTube. We can't just bring out Lord of the Rings all of a sudden. Yes, thank you.
Copyright.
That's it. So yeah, so basically we're now overlooking really on the far sort of western edge really of the castle, just to sort of see what it looks like. And you can see again it's starting to get busy again. Oh, that wind talks about Sally Port, you see. This is a passage in the castle wall near the square tower, has long been known as the Sally Port, which is a quick way for a surprise attack on invaders. Experts believe this passage is more likely to have led to a garderobe or la toilette. Well, you know, when in doubt, call it a toilet. You know. We've reached the furthest western point. We need to now go up to the moat, and then we're going to have a quick look at the dungeons.
And leave you there.
And leave me there, apparently. So I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming along with us this far and putting up with us.
And we'll never see you again.
You never see me again after this one. This will be the end of Phoenix history. Yeah, so we're going to go up to the wonderful moat, and yeah, people up there at the moment, but they'll clear off once they realise that I'm going up there. I have that way about me. So should we do it, so?
Yeah.
Let us. So I just want to point out, everybody, you can see what we looked at, the spiral staircase, and it leads further and further up, and you can see where it would have gone, if you can hear me. Amazing, really, to think. I do love a good spiral staircase, especially an old medieval one. There's just something very beautiful about it, knowing that those people who have walked on those footsteps that have worn it away could have been kings, princes, the lot. It's just really cool to recognise. But we're just about to go up to the moat now, so stay with us. Well, everybody, welcome. We are now sitting on the benches on the moat, and to try and we're not even going to fight the wind. I don't think really. No. We're not going to fight it. But what this does prove is obviously being on the moat, the highest point really of the tower, the main tower. Really, what it gives us a great indication of is the view of which you can. Obviously, Hastings has changed a lot, so let's just ignore that. The geography has obviously changed due to landfall, etc., on our coastal bit, but the majority of it is actually, I mean, the sea is going to be the sea, no matter what you think, and the origin of the town, looking down obviously towards St Leonard's as well, is going to be the same. So really, in essence, you know, you think really it's not changed too much in that respect. But the wind has actually been playing really bad. Is it playing havoc with your eyes? Hay fever. We've just been moaning about. So some of you may or may not know, I do moan about my hay fever. It might be one of them rare things I do moan about, because unfortunately, medically, I can't take anything for it. I sort of it's I get a lot of symptoms because of it. Long, complicated story. So yeah, I can't have to suffer through, and it's playing havoc with my eyes at the moment. I've literally got scratchy eyes and God knows what. So, but we're here, and I'm having a really nice time with Sophie.
Good.
It's alright. It's cool. Still smell weed though.
I think it's you.
Weed and we.
I think it's you.
Is it me?
In your old age.
Let's sit down quickly. Right, Sophie, hi. So, we're in dungeons. Now, in essence, this should be a video really you could do separately. It's made, carved out of the sandstone, which is remarkable, really, indicative of Hastings itself. It's beautiful, look at this. So this is all the sort of like stuff that Hastings is littered with these types of caves. Obviously, part to do with rock and ore, which is probably one of the most famous ones, and they're all converted into air raid shelters now. There's a very good reason for why some of them I haven't been able to access, because some of the people out there that I've contacted have said no, which is totally fine. Some of them are technically just full out illegal to actually find. Well, I know all of them basically, and I don't say that as a brag, I just do. And then the main one at Rock and Ore is just quite sketchy, to be honest, to even get up to it. And yeah, but we will, at some point we'll probably try those. But what you're looking at in essence, although this is a dungeon into the castle, is basically the same sort of what you'd seen. It would just be larger, some of them, and some of them will be smaller. But Hastings had a reputation for converting a lot of these, as we rightly know, into air raid shelters, which obviously is perhaps what we're really talking about in this aspect as well. And it's beautiful to see, like we said before, it's not graffiti, it's etchings, is what Sophie kindly referred to them as, etchings. Remarkable. The amount of people who have come down here, and just even from a tourist point of view, and it has got very busy today, so we apologise in advance. We can't do anything about the wind, and we can't really do anything about the amount of tourists that are here. But we're grateful that the tourists are here, because obviously it keeps places like this open for everybody, and it gives us the opportunity to come and visit, doesn't it, really? What are your first impressions about Dungeon? It's got an atmosphere, isn't it, actually?
Yeah.
It's got an atmosphere. When you talk about it in spiritual context, there's definitely a thing about it. You can understand why it's haunted as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep walking around, Sophie. I'll let you lead. Yeah, because we've got a trip. Yeah, no, it's very slippery down here, believe it or not. We've slipped a couple of times. But there is an amazing atmosphere when you walk down in this place. Like I said, I don't remember. Now I'm going to refer to this as like saying in the 90s. I'm not going to say how old I am. In the early 90s, no, yeah, it would be the very early 90s. As a kid, I'm going to hold on to this. Thank you, Sophie's just giving me a heads up, just the slippery bit. In the early 90s, I don't remember this being open, but then I was a kid. So when you're a kid, you don't remember too much, and this was the last time I'd ever been here. So I've only been here once before. So actually, to come down here as an adult to record it means this will never be forgotten with me and you. A great form of record. Yeah, very cool. Let's go upstairs. Come on. So this is really just a smaller section. Remarkable, really. That smell of basically it's mould. You get this sort of like really damp smell. It's just damp. It smells of damp. But as we know, like I said, the rumour of multiple different tunnel systems and everything going on underneath. Now, if you can look up above you, you can see more of the brickwork, stonework really, that is above us. And then as you can see, sorry, just past you, see this concave section, beautiful terminology. In essence, for some of you, you would classify these as caves, but because they form part of the castle, namely, they are dungeons. And I've said, if you were to explore all of Hastings' underground cave sort of system. They kind of look like this, but bigger. Some of them a lot bigger actually. Like I said, namely Rock and Ore is huge. Well, huge, big enough. And there's been subject, unfortunately, to homeless people in some cases. Yeah, right, let's head back up. Sophie, I'll film you this time, just to give you a pre-warning. There we go. And then as we came down, just a final thing, that's where we came down from. Right, well, I think we've done Hastings Castle. Mm-hmm. We'll leave, we'll say goodbye when we leave, and that'll be pretty much it. So come with us. Let's go. Well, everybody, that was Hastings Castle. Really hope you enjoyed that. Coming a bit closer, Sophie, because obviously this isn't, you know. Thank you for coming along with me, Sophie. Did you like that?
Yes.
Yes.
Really cool.
Yeah, we're off to a pub probably. Pub?
Yeah, pub.
Pub. Rye?
Oh, yes.
Rye pub. Not called Rye pub.
Pub in Rye.
Yeah, that's our day for today. Lovely. Should we also have a mention to your friend who supplied us food today?
Oh, well, Brunch Cafe in Langton Green, Tunbridge Wells.
I will put a link down below.
Yes.
Because it is literally one of the best breakfasts in Tunbridge Wells era you can have. Say that again for everybody.
Brunch Cafe, Langton Green.
And the owner is?
Beth and Sam.
Beth and Sam. Amazing breakfast. We're not sponsoring, by the way.
No.
It's just really nice.
And we just turned up.
We just turned up, one of Sophie's friends, really great, and they were the people who've supplied us the food today to have the energy to come out to film this to show you. And then we're going to Rye afterwards, so unfortunately we can't take you along with us. I'm so sorry about that, everybody. But we'll have a good time for you.
Yes.
Yes. Any more words of Phoenix history? Because history matters, it just does. It's a castle. Can't be any more historic than that, can you, really? You know, there's levels, and I think a castle's a good part of a history thing to discover. Thank you, Sophie, for the photos that you will see in your wonderful history lesson. Take care, everybody. Like I said, I know it's what was it, £6, I think, as in today's prices roughly for an adult. Now I think that's worth it. And obviously, if you're under an age of 9, I think it's free. Don't quote me on that. But just come down. If you've not visited Hastings Castle before, like I said, second time in my life, and bearing in mind I've visited Hastings and gigged in Hastings loads. But you know, finally come here as an adult and it's beautiful and I really love it. Yeah, because history matters. Take care, everybody. We will see you all very soon. Are you ready, Sophie?
Yeah.
Let us. Kapow!